Hello beautiful humans, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tessa Stewart. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back sis. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Weightless Matte Foundation. So if you want to see my experience on this, if you want to see the performance, the longevity, how well it covers blemishes, how well it accentuates or doesn't accentuate the smoothness or the texture of your skin, then just keep on watching. But before we move any further, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are alerted with all of my future uploads. And let's get right into the video. All right, sis, so we are gonna jump right in. Okay, so I just edged up the bottom of my brows. I did not fill my brows in. I just put a little bit of brow gel on them. I'm going to be testing out this Giorgio Armani Power Matte Foundation. So I am actually going to be wearing this foundation to work. So I want to test it out throughout the day, see how it performs, let you know if it holds up and if it stays matte throughout the day. I like a more natural matte finish, not too luminous, but not too dry looking, because a lot of times when it's super dry looking, it looks a little cakey. So I want to prevent that. But I have primer on my face right now. We are going to start. I'm gonna pump out a little bit on the back of my hand. That's what it's looking like right there. So it's pretty thick. And I have this in the shade 11. Okay, so the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Weightless Matte Foundation is a medium to full coverage foundation with a natural matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours. A lightweight, non-drying formula for 24-hour comfort and SPF 25 UV protection. Okay, so hopefully the sunscreen that is already built into the foundation doesn't cause any flashback. I will not be taking any type of flash photography, so it doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm probably going to be wearing this foundation to work, or if I really, really love it, I'll probably save it for like special occasions and things like that. So this is formulated with a patented microfill technology, which is a fine weaving process which allows pigments to layer flat for seamless blending. This foundation provides a weightless and comfortable feel to the skin and is available in 30 shades. So I'm gonna flash their color samples on the screen so you can see how dark it goes. So I have shade 11 and it only goes up to shade 15. And there are 5 more shades after mine. I don't generally do any color correcting on my face, but I do allow my concealer for under my eyes to sit for a long time. So I'm just gonna apply my under eye concealer so that it can get tacky how I like it. This is the Lancome Tient Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. So I just put that under my eye. This is in the shade 460. I have this in shade 460 and 495, and when I tell you they look exactly the same, I don't even know what the point of that was, but yeah. So let me pump out. I'm gonna start out with just 2 pumps for this. Normally I only use 2 pumps around my face, so hopefully that will get my entire face covered. And I'm going to use a brush, dip in here, and I will start around my mouth area and work my way around. Okay, shade's not bad. Yeah, shade definitely kind of blends in. Pretty okay coverage. Now I generally don't put a lot of foundation on my forehead. I don't know. When I am at work and I'm at my desk, a lot of times I touch my forehead and it gets all over my hands. So I don't put a lot on my forehead because a lot of times I wipe it off. I don't know. Okay, so this is one layer of the foundation, right? This is around my face. I do not put foundation under my eyes. I only put the concealer. So disregard that portion, but everywhere else on my face, yeah, from what I can see in my little monitor over here, it's looking good and I am excited. We are gonna see how this works throughout the day. Let me go ahead and blend out my concealer and then I will finish the rest of my face. All right, guys, I had to turn a fan on because it's super hot in here, and I don't want to turn off the heat and have my kids in here cold. So because this is the morning time, we are about to leave. I'm gonna go to work, they're gonna go to school, so I don't want the house chilly while they're trying to get ready for school, and they're gonna get up in the next like 15 minutes. Yeah. So let me hurry up. So I have this Lancome concealer. I like the consistency of the concealer, but the shade selection on this Lancome concealer is just not where it's at. I need it just a tad bit lighter, and the next shade lighter is like way too light. There's such a huge jump between this shade and the next shade lighter, and then there's such a close similarity between this shade and the next darker shade. It's really crazy. I don't know who curated their like shade line, but they should probably go back and like revisit it, girl. So I'm not doing anything dramatic. Like I said, I am going to work. So I'm just gonna do a little subtle under eye brightness. So I'm just gonna take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel and just put a little dot right here, just for a subtle brightness, okay? Because unfortunately, that Lancome shade is just not light enough, and the next shade is just way too light. See, like it's blending directly into the foundation. It's not much of a difference in the shade when it comes to that, so. Okay, so now it's time to set my under eye. I'm gonna be using the Haus Labs Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. This is in the shade Golden, and I did get this during the Sephora sale. And I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Haus Labs, it's the same Haus Labs powder, but in the shade Deep Honey. So I do have it in banana and then honey, or golden and honey, deep honey rather. So now I'm gonna take Deep Honey and I'm going to place that all over my face. Okay. So I do like these powders, these Haus Labs powders. I do like it a lot. It does its job at like mattifying, blurring the skin, but it's not overly drying. It's very, very pretty powder. So I am going to bronze my face, put on a little blush, and I will come back with my final look because your girl has to go. She has to get out of this house. And then I will check back in at the end of the day with final results and my final thoughts on the overall performance of the foundation. All right, guys, this is the finished look. So I think it looks really good so far. This is the Armani Power Fabric Weightless Matte Foundation. I've put it on. It is now 7:15 in the morning. We are gonna go about our day. I am gonna check back in with you later, and then I will be coming back at the end of the day with my full face so you can see how it lasted, a full shift of an hour commute to and from work, a full work day, and just see how it lasts and holds up. But so far so good. It looks good. If this performs, this is probably gonna be one of my newer favorite foundations because I just love how it makes my skin look. Like, it doesn't over accentuate any of the texture that's on my face. Like, I don't have a lot of texture, but so far it's been a little bit more smoothing. We're gonna see how it goes throughout the day. Let's see if it keeps that throughout the day, and I will check back with you guys later. All right, guys, so I am back. It has been a long day, okay? This is going to be such a real life, a real life put to the test, okay, of this foundation, all right? Because I've worked a full day. I put my foundation on around about like, I started doing my makeup at like 6:30. I was finished by like 7:15. I have eaten throughout the day. I have touched my face throughout the day. I do sit at a desk because so sometimes I like touch my forehead or I touch my chin or I like rest my head on my fist. I think it looks good. So we're gonna first state the obvious. Obviously it has gotten a little bit oily. Some of my natural oils have shined through, but honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Like looking at it in a mirror, in person, it looks okay. It actually looks really good. You can see like in the crevice here around my nose, like right over in here, like, yes, it's oily right there and I could definitely use some type of touch up there, but the rest of my face is good. Like, In person, the middle of my forehead is not as shiny at all, or even right here doesn't seem as shiny either. Next, I want to look at how it did with texture. So I have a little bit of texture here on the side of my face, and then I have some over here as well. And I think that with the exception of the oil, this foundation did very well when it comes to texture. I did not touch up my face at all today because I wanted you to see exactly how it performed. Now I'm gonna test how well it accepts touch-ups, okay? So what I like to do is go in with the powder puff that I use to set under my eyes. Usually there's a little bit of powder left in the powder puff, so I will go in first and blot the oiliest areas with that powder puff. Okay, so this is what my skin looks like with just blotting it with the powder puff, like without even putting any actual real extra powder on my face. I think this just lifted up the excess oil. So honestly, if you don't want to add any more product to your face and you just want to like blot away like the excess oil, you can use some blotting papers. I generally don't use those. I don't really like those that much. Or you can get yourself a velour puff. I get these off of Amazon. They are linked in every single video that I upload. They are linked in the bottom of the video. You can just get one of these and just press this into your face wherever you're oily, and it will remove the excess oil. It still seems like it's shiny right here. That is the reflection of the light. In this mirror that I'm looking at, it's completely like a natural matte finish, okay? So now my final thoughts. So I give this foundation a solid 4 out of 5. I really like wearing this foundation. I think that it held up throughout the day. I think the performance is there. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off in the office today. No joke. I'm not joking. I was literally sweating in the office from going back and forth for things, all right? And it held up with multiple bouts of me sweating. It held up for me touching my face, and I am the type of person that like rests my face in my hand, and it still looks really good. Like I feel like I could touch this up with a foundation powder and I would be good to go, honestly. So I really enjoyed this. The main cons for me are gonna be the price and the color range. So the color isn't exactly spot on for me, but the next shade up is too red and the next shade down is too light, or I may be saying that backwards, but both shades either way are either too light or too red. You know what I'm saying? And this is like on the border line. Once I put the powder on, it looks good and it blends in, but when it first applies, it seems slightly orange on my skin, just a little bit, but it does oxidize a little bit. I don't know. Those are only 2 real cons that I have for it. Like, all right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave me some suggestions in the comment section below. Let me know the foundation that you are loving right now, or if there's a foundation that you would like to see me review, be sure to leave that in the comment box below, okay? If you made it this far, you are a real one and I love you for that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are alerted with all of my future uploads. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.